I'm filming because I value your words and I only retain 11% of what I hear. So.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay, so we got art, the consulting business, and then we'll talk about the filming at last.
Okay.
Film pile. Business cards.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So art show. Art show for next year. This is all just FYI what I'm about to say, but just so you know where I'm at, I'm kind of planning out the art show. This is where I'm at with it for next year. So, developing a realistic strategy for a solid result. So the categories are like art and then industry. So for industry, I'd really like to meet Angie. Seriously?
Yeah.
I have something for her too.
All right. She's gonna leave in a second. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
She's got an interview on television.
Really?
Yeah.
Here's your birthday gift, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
It's custom. See what happens. I'll cry.
30 seconds.
No, I have more time than that. I just gotta see what time it is. I have with Arberg, I'm good till let me just look at these. Let's see, my boss. Okay, I'm good.
You're good?
Yep.
Okay.
So what's your vision for doing the art show? I'm sure Kevin told you that we used to do it.
Yeah, I heard like
Yeah.
2015 in LA was the last time it was art show.
Yeah.
And I saw pictures of it, how it's different art pieces.
Yeah.
I'm recording this, by the way.
Okay, no,
'cause
that's
I
fine.
worked-
That's fine. Thank you for telling me.
Okay. And so what I'm thinking for this show, and I did it, I just got off of an art show in Los Angeles where I designed and 3D printed my own trees.
Very cool.
And it's kind of building off that concept. So so here's what I'm thinking. Instead of having scattered pieces, it's going to be one art piece. And all the companies or whoever wants to participate contributes one piece to it.
Yep.
So I kind of prototyped it here a little bit, but you have a base and it could be composed of different things, but of course it has to be a solid foundation. I was thinking maybe you could focus on the foundation part. Then the branches coming off of it.
You're thinking it would be one art piece
Yes.
that everyone then prints a part to.
Yes.
You know what this is, blending? It's kind of like our puzzle challenge
Yes.
meets our art show.
Two in
You know
one.
what I'm saying?
2 in 1.
Yeah. But so how big are you thinking the piece would be?
That's TBD. I don't know.
I think it has to be big.
At least
to make it
2 foot.
no
by-
bigger than that. I
Okay.
think like really big.
I was thinking probably at like 6 feet tall.
Yeah, that's
maybe.
me too. Because it's got to make an impact, Kevin.
Right.
Like we want it to be a wow factor.
And if it's big enough, we could say like it's the biggest 3D metal
Yeah.
tree or the biggest
Yeah.
like hit some
But you're
record.
thinking then the base.
It's got to be big because you have to be able to tell which artist is in which
But
piece.
then like HP would make a branch, EOS would make a branch, everyone would make their own thing. Who's creating the file? Are they doing it?
I'll create the design. I'll create all the designs and I'll segment it up and I'll give each
Because it would
person-
look messy
But
if they did
an
their own
artist-
design.
An individual artist will create
But so I would give them a STL file.
Yep.
I'll send them an STL, and I'll say, print this. Except if you want to make it your own, just keep the connecting points the same and keep the overall dimensions the same. And do
Okay,
whatever you
because
want
that
in
gives
it.
them some freedom. I like
If
that
you want to do
idea.
generative design,
I
or
like that idea because some people might want to be more creative, right?
Yes.
And they'll want their logo somewhat
The logo, they
on
can
there because they'll
print.
want to know which one. You know what I mean? Whether they put it on the branch or whatever.
They could
right?
create their own QR code.
Yeah.
They could do.
What about color? Will you let them be freedom with color?
color?
Yeah, like if someone wants to do one red and one, or would that look messy, you guys?
You could have an artist do bronze and a metal also, and also gold chrome metal if they were into metal. So just do different colors.
So
and
how many
plastic would go.
branches are you guys thinking?
I think I would leave that open. So the way that they connect, I'm thinking that you design them in a way where it's an interlocking, where you like push in and twist.
Yeah.
So there's no fasteners or anything. It's just pure puzzle piece geometry.
Okay.
And then you'd have enough connecting points on the tree that you assemble it at the show. So if somebody doesn't come with a branch,
Yeah.
it's okay. You can still build a tree out of it.
That's really cool.
And then if you have like smaller companies like
I love this idea.
like digital metal, they're more smaller stuff,
Yeah.
you know, they can just do leaves on a branch.
Right.
You know, like have one branch that's designated for the small intricate leaves on
Totally. Super cool idea.
And then Vito's agreed, and I agreed to work with her. She'd be the curator.
Yeah.
And I got an army behind me already of 3D designers, people. I talked to people at the show who would be interested. Like, this
I'm
is
worried
kinda where
about
I'm-
that we're going to have to limit how many, you guys, because we can't have all the companies. Like, we're going to have to limit to like 50 or something, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't have 350 companies represented.
Possibility is if she designs it right, we have flexibility to grow it if we.
Exactly. Like you can always build it bigger and bigger, and you can determine that at the day of the show.
It actually would be cool if every company had some. Oh my God, you guys, this is blowing my mind.
It's like
If
unity.
every company had some part of this, so even if it was a materials company, Stratasys used their materials, right? Or a software company, their software was used. Post-processing, it was
Oh,
done.
we have to explain that to her, but she's got it.
Do you get yeah?
Well, to me, it's a representation of the whole event and trade show, right? Because here's the thing that you'll learn: we always have to kind of play fair. Because what will happen is customers will come up to me and say, "You didn't ask me to be. Why didn't I get to be on the branch or the tree? Right? You didn't ask me. You know what I mean? Like you can't play favorites, you know." And some may decline. Many may say, "Oh no, we're not interested." But it would be really cool if everyone had some part in it. But some companies, Kevin, out there like heat treating. Like how do we incorporate them? Like furnace people.
That's a question. I didn't think about that.
You know what I mean? Like we'll have to. Maybe we'll just scrap my idea of every company, but it could be like the major equipment builders.
Or if it's a furnace, we say, hey, you can still contribute a branch, but you need to connect with an OEM to get it printed.
Yeah.
Who buys your stuff?
Print your name on it.
Yeah, we can. Let me noodle on
So
this.
solar,
right?
I've been working with solar a lot
Yeah.
lately, and I could hook them up with maybe X1 on one of their citric
Yeah.
things.
Can they hook themselves up so we're not responsible
Right,
for
right.
You go to this hey,
Yeah.
you get a branch, but
So
you're
they can get some
responsible.
credit for it or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
We'll noodle on that, you guys, but the overall idea, I think, is really cool. But I think it has to be big, Kevin. It
Yeah,
has to
you're
be
right, you're right.
big to make. I want it to be a big impact. Then who owns it afterwards? Does SME and Rapid own it?
I think you're right. Somebody's gonna have to own it. It'll have to be SME.
Each art.
Or do they take home their own thing?
I
Because
was
it's only
thinking-
cool when it's all together.
Oh, that would look cool. Your corporate facility though, somewhere.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's only gonna
So-
look good if it's.
I say that every artist brings their piece back, but here's the kind of crazy idea I was thinking, and it's really far out. But if we build this tree big and big to the point where it's like it's in Guinness Book or whatever.
Yeah, right.
The Olympics are in Los Angeles in 2028. That's an installation that they would probably
Yeah.
love, and that by 2028
This
you
gets
could
us.
build it
So
massive.
my mind goes to this gets us media coverage. Like things like this, people like to cover. You know what I mean? Like,
We're gonna want to build two pieces of this of each piece anyway, in case one messed
Oh,
up.
yeah, that's a good
So
idea.
we could
Good
keep
point.
that artist would keep that point at one piece, and then the other one we kept at SME or some other place.
Good point.
Maybe your
what if we
Adrian Bunch.
donated it to like the art museum like next year? If we donated it to the
Perfect.
Chicago.
Yeah.
The artist would like that better.
You know what I mean? Like SME
artist would
then
like that better.
That it's all donated. than to what is the museum in Chicago? Because actually we're in Chicago.
Chicago National Museum.
There's the Science Museum that has a big 3D printing lab in it.
Yeah. The
But I
lines.
don't know if it would belong more in like their modern museum. Because I'm picturing this being a modern piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it'd be so cool because if I'm new to 3D and I don't know anything about it, I can literally go to that tree and
Yeah.
everything's there.
This could make like a really fun story, and like we'll do an awesome storyboard out in front of it. Like,
You can make it digital, interactive,
Yeah.
a branch, go to the company's website, scan each QR code on
Yeah.
the branch. I mean,
this is a cool idea. I love that it's one piece instead of like how we used to do it.
Lies
I mean, both ways are cool, but this kind of shows like community and the industry together. You know what I mean? Very cool.
It's rare to get an opportunity for artists to unite
Yeah.
in anything, in a venture. So this would
community, world's largest.
Look at how organized you are, and you have your paper there of all the things you wanted to get done this week.
This is what I do. I'm not making a whole bunch of money right now, but this is what I do
my
right now.
God, I love it.
Safety reasons, if you were to assemble that and if it does get big, we might want some sort of structure around it.
Oh,
I know
true. So it
there's a
doesn't
girl
tip.
There's a girl welder up in Midvale, Michigan,
Yeah.
and she's already agreed to weld out a
He's
structure.
right, because if it gets heavy, it could tip.
It's
just
good.
in case, yeah.
Yeah. But could you build the base then to be sturdy enough and wide enough?
Yeah, you could.
We might have to limit it, Kevin. I think 400 is going to be too many. But I mean, that might be easier because every company won't be interested in it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And when we market this idea to them, you just make sure you say it's the first come, first serve.
Yeah.
Which gets them to be involved first. And then if they don't, you say, I'm sorry, we
Yeah.
told you. And
Do you guys know any? Okay, so say I go back to LA and I make a model.
Yeah.
And I split it up into 400 pieces.
Yeah.
Is there somebody who you know that's good with software and digital to take that and like make it digital so a company can pick what piece they want?
I'm
Like,
sure I could find somebody. I just don't know who right now.
so,
software.
so you want, what do you want actually to do? Don't just you say software. You want to take a digital image of this already, create one.
She
of what it
wants to
might
then
look
give
like.
each file out to the exhibitors, right? Like you want to break it into 400 files. Is that what you're saying?
break it down into 400 files and so say this is the tree.
Materialize.
And you split it up.
Materialize has always been supportive of the art world.
Yeah, they
and they're
are.
big help. And they have the
They
staff
are,
more than
they are.
anybody else.
Yeah.
We could probably
Materialize.
talk to them, and I could talk to the CEO in Belgium if I need to, if they don't want American doesn't want it.
He's here this week.
And he likes Creek beer, so
Freed's here this week. I haven't seen him
like
yet,
what?
but he's
he
here.
likes Creek beer, that cherry-based beer.
That's Maddie, isn't it?
No, the CEO is the one that introduced me. Materialize in Belgium introduced me to the.
How did you get into 3D printing?
I've been interested since 2010 in it. I've been dabbling
Wow.
with 3D software, and I got into mechanical engineering because I loved art and I love math.
Yeah.
So 3D printing was like a natural
Right.
crossover. And after working in a factory where we ran so lean and we had so many spare part issues and breakdowns, and we were waiting weeks and weeks for the parts to get there, I was like literally going gray. I mean, this is not real
Yeah.
here, but like, yeah. So I left the job and I'm trying to get 3D metal printing back into the flour mill that I worked at in LA. So
And you
it's
have your
just-
own company now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, good for you.
She does all the dirty work. I just get to do the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you guys meet? How do you know this fool?
I saw him on the
LinkedIn?
Link 3D.
Like
Link
3D
3D.
webinar.
Back in May of 2021, and
Yeah.
I've been looking to kind of build
Connect.
a team, and I'm
Yeah.
very careful with like who I'm building
Yeah.
with, and so the minimum requirement is 20 years of experience in the industry, and I'll handle the business side, and then
Yeah.
like
Wow.
and when I heard Kevin talk, I was like.
This
Like
guy.
this is the guy, but then I didn't reach out to you for 2 months because I knew when the second I started talking to you, we were
would
going.
take off.
I knew we
He's
were
super
going.
passionate.
And it's real. I mean, we've been working together.
Yeah.
She knows how to say the right words. She said she called me a badass.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's true. Yeah. It's,
gosh.
yeah. Anyway,
All right.
so-
I do have to go. This is going to take more meetings post event, but it's really good that we got to meet in person to discuss it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like to envision it and stuff.
Yeah.
And
You have my number.
yes. He knows how to get in touch with me too. Do you have a card?
Yes.
Because your number, I don't think I ended up saving.
Look what you did to my business card with the scan on it. Now
Thank you.
that's what I love about it. She's up on all that stuff and everything. I'm behind all this stuff.
I'll send you a text right now.
Angie, I know you
Thank
care,
you.
but this doesn't work with that yellow background. They can't scan this.
Oh,
in.
they can, you know what though? They kind of don't need to because the
can
yellow
do it.
badges can go anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know that. Beth, did you know that? He says the QR code on the yellow badges doesn't work.
Like when you're on the show floor.
Yeah. And I bet
Okay, now I'll
guys
see.
tell me the same thing. It's probably maybe the yellow background. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. Because I know when you guys came in and we scanned you,
Yeah.
like we were able to
And
scan you upstairs.
Where's
But
the
down here.
Down there.
show next to you?
Chicago.
Okay.
Yep, it's in Chicago at McCormick Center. This is a really cool idea.
I'm so happy. I would coming here. You were like very high on my list. It's like I gotta, Angie, I gotta.
I know,
catch her
and I
at some
get
point.
so busy here. But,
Kira's trying to market. She got me this nose ring to wear.
oh, right.
So I can fit in with her company.
I
So-
know one too. I love it. You even personalized it. It's so sweet.
Form 3. I have a Form 3 in my apartment. It's just me and my Form 3. It's my best friend. It's my
Very
roommate.
cool.
I ride
I just
solo.
think this would, like, I think everyone would think it was cool and it would draw a lot of attention. Like, it's interesting for the attendees to look at it and, you know, it would draw stories and stuff. Very cool.
Yeah, like right in the middle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to do it right in the main aisleways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At
All right.
25 pieces at one time. That was and it was just me
That's a lot.
taking
On,
parts
like,
out of the
3D
box.
printed
And
Elos.
Angie helped in the end. She would get some of the free art pieces out of there for me. Take them home.
I didn't. I don't have any of them.
What? I thought you
I
got
don't have any of 'em.
Bathsheba's parts, didn't you, one time? Or?
I don't think so.
right.
Do I? I don't.
Don't have any.
I have the wine thing that you made me on the top. That's
Yeah.
not from her. Is
No.
it? No, it is. It's her design on the top.
Oh yeah, it's her. That's her
Yeah, maybe
design.
that's it. Maybe that's it. I don't know.
All right.
So many years ago.
Thanks for giving us time.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank
I just
you.
gotta go back to the sales office, and then I have a meeting with Arberg at 11.
When are you getting filmed?
And then I already did. I just
Oh.
did my interview. It went good.
I wonder why you were so relaxed.
It went good.
Yeah.
My voice was so bad though. I don't normally sound like this, but it's after I'm out and about. And,
Unless
love
you're
when
at-
people
unless she's
voice
at
are
conferences.
oh
like
God,
that.
it sounds terrible.
She's
All right.
making fun of my voice because it's.
Conference Kevin voice.
You guys will see me, especially.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Love the idea.